Hey, kind of a different type of video. This is going to be I guess you could say a theory video. It's just me expressing my thoughts on some ideas I recently had. So if you're familiar with my channel, then you know that the Matt Reeves Batman bewitched me body and soul. I'm absolutely in love with that iteration. And I've come to peace with the fact that Matt Reeves probably will never be able to finish his vision. He will never be able to fully realize it after James Gunn and Peter Safran took over the DCU. And honestly, like I said, I've come to terms with it. I truly feel grateful that I even have that 3-hour epic. So you can imagine my surprise when James continuously said that the film would happen, that he was just waiting on a script. And even more so when Matt Reeves shared publicly that the script for the part 2 has been finished. But to me, all this meant is that Matt Reeves will finally be able to either finish the trilogy or at the very least do one more film to close out this vision, this iteration. But upon further thought and comments that James Gunn has recently made, I'm starting to have a different perspective. James Gunn is a dick, or he can be a dick, and I don't say that as criticism. He's a studio head, this is Hollywood, it is what it is. So he has no need, no reason to be diplomatic with his answers. He has in the past talked crap about other studios, Marvel. I'm not gonna presume to say his opinion on Zack Snyder's vision, but it's very clear that they've been ignoring that iteration of Superman while discussing Superman's legacy. All they talk about is comics and Christopher Reeve, and they just act like everything else didn't happen. And yes, I know there has been some comments made, but for the most part, come on, he ignores it. When he was asked about the finished Batman Part 2 script, he could have easily avoided the question or just not really answered it as he usually does, and just in general how people in Hollywood usually answer questions. But he chose to say, it's great. So finally, this brings me to his most recent comments. While James was appearing on the Konbini channel, where he was just walking in a movie store, discussing films, looking at Blu-rays and whatnot, he spoke about Matt Reeves. He looked at the Apes trilogy and he discussed how Reeves' 2 films in that trilogy are some of his favorites. He believes that these big spectacle films need to be also personal to a director, and that he believes Matt Reeves is one of the few directors working today who can accomplish that. So it was just kind of like, why are you doing this? This doesn't need to be happening, you know? You don't need to be praising the guy this much. And if James Gunn is truly just being a genuine guy and this is just how he feels about Matt Reeves as a filmmaker, that's great. But if Warner Brothers wanted to shut down Reeves' film, or if James himself wanted to shut down Reeves' story, like, why are you saying all this? And then on top of that, this script took a long time to be written. I mean, here we are like 3 freaking years later, you know? And I know he said that he had some personal issues that were getting in the way, and that's all he said. So obviously, we don't know what to make of that, you know? Is that genuine? What does that even mean? Does that mean health from a family member? Does that mean you're going through something? You know, like, obviously, I'm not going to presume to decipher what I think that means. But the script has taken a very long time to be written. People on YouTube, on TikTok, wherever, people are often saying like, oh, Robert Pattinson should be the Batman. Robert Pattinson should be this universe's Batman. This is the move to make. And I've always just thought like it was just fanboy dreaming. There's no freaking way that would happen, and I don't even know if I want that to happen. But now after seeing the Superman film and just really ruminating in the fact that we're in this new DC universe, you know, I do think that every superhero should have their own tone, and I kind of like that. And I can imagine James would want to do that. He would want every superhero, every film, every property, whatever you want to call it, every show, they will have their distinct tone. This is a Superman's tone. There's no way there's a Batman film. There's no way there's going to be a Green Lantern film that's going to have this hopeful, kindness is punk rock tone, you know? And the thought occurred to me today. I was like, what if, oh, sorry, I'm scattered. Something I forgot to mention. On top of this, you could see my video when I discuss Matt Reeves announcing the new Robin animated movie, that the movie is going to be made with Matt Reeves' production studio. I forget their name, something Monkey, I think. Shoot, I don't even know. Shoot, I'm thinking about Monkey Paw. Doesn't matter. Something 8. Matt Reeves' studio. It shows that they have a relationship. It shows that they have at least a professional, respectable relationship with each other. So all this being said, I'm like, what if this whole time James has just been pleading to Matt, like, let's make this the Batman? Like, maybe even James is kind of like, I don't really want this to happen, but this is the smart thing. This is the right thing to do to please everyone. And I see that you're a passionate Batman fan, and like, let's do this. I mean, Matt is a passionate Batman fan. That's why I love his film, because I think he totally gets it. So I could see a scenario, what if James and him talked about it and they came to an agreement. Batman Part 2 will not be exactly what Matt originally intended, but I mean, it's Batman. Batman is Batman, so you can't really change too much. It's not like if James is going to completely change the character, you know? So if all James told him was, I want the character to end up here, and then another director in 5 years or so, whatever, years after your own film, years after Reeves' film, a different director will make that Brave and the Bold film. So what if Matt Reeves is just gonna slightly alter the direction of the story? Bruce will be on the same journey, as I've said in my Batman vs. the Dark Knight video, how I think Bruce is gonna go on a very specific journey. So what if the journey stays the same, but the direction of who Batman's gonna fight and all that, what if that is gonna lead into this new DCU? And then when this Brave and the Bold film comes out, it's not Matt Reeves, it's someone else, but it's still Robert Pattinson. So then somehow they mix it together, and this very stylized gothic Gotham will still be the tone in the DCU. I don't think I'm saying anything mind-blowing. I don't think I'm saying something extremely new, but I feel like I haven't seen anyone say this specifically. And I just feel like this could work, possibly. That would be insane. And I don't know, maybe I'm just fanboy dreaming because I love the Reeves take so much. But as I said, at the end of the day, Batman is Batman. It doesn't change that much. I understand Superman. Superman's tone has kind of gone all over the place in the past 40 years or something, but Batman's tone has kind of consistently been the same. What's been changing is the world, the aesthetics. How faithful are you to the comic book? But the tone has kind of been the same, and I like that. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I don't want to ramble too much. This was meant to be a short video. Just wanted to share this to maybe start a conversation, so I encourage you to give me your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching.